Come on in. It's a creative little Christmas. Hey there, I'm Summer Hammons with HammondsNest.com, and I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. You are in for such a treat because a creative little Christmas is a YouTube collaboration I've done with these crafty friends. So you have a whole list of videos to go check out and be inspired by. You can find those in the description of this video. When you do go watch their videos, would you please leave a little nest emoji in the comments to let them know that I sent you? Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to be making in this video. I want to know if you love unique gift packaging ideas. If so, let me know down in the comments. I think part of the fun of giving a gift is to make the gift extra special before they even see what's inside, right? And in today's video, you're going to see 3 simple ideas that let you be a little creative and crafty, but also let the recipient have fun with the packaging later. Be sure to go check out the description because you will see a link to get your free 8x10 printable download. It's my gift to you today for joining in this fun event. And now I'm ready for you to see these ideas. Let's go.
Idea number 1 is going to be using a printable to customize a gift bag, plus a really simple bow tutorial. So I'm starting off with an 8x10 craft bag, and then the 8x10 printable that I downloaded on my computer and printed on my inkjet, and that is on white cardstock. And you just trim off the excess edges and attach it to your gift bag of choice. So I am putting a little bit of distressing ink along the edges just to give it a little bit of a rustic touch and kind of give it some border. And then I'm just using a plain school glue stick to attach the printable to the gift bag. There are lots of different things you could use: double-sided tape, glue dots, even a little bit of hot glue just on the edges would be great too. And now that that's attached, I'm going to show you how to make the easiest bow. You need 2 strips of ribbon. One is going to be 30 inches long, and then the other one's going to be 15 inches long. And because of the style of bow that this will be, I'm going to recommend that you use wired ribbon. I'm not saying it's required. You could certainly experiment, but I'm using a 1.5 inch wide piece. What you can experiment with is the width. You could easily use 2.5 inch ribbon, 3-inch ribbon, and get very similar looking results when it's all said and done. Okay, so for the first step, you grab the longer piece of ribbon, which is 30 inches, and you wrap it to create 2 loops on each side. And then you take the 15-inch piece of ribbon and you're just going to put it on the back side. It's going to create 2 tails. You tie that together with whatever you'd like. I love to use jute for my own style. Zip ties work great for this, or any kind of wire. And then give it a nice little tie right in the center. And this step is optional, but I'm adding in a little bit of an embellishment that will sit behind the bow to add some nice texture and a contrast with the neutral color. So this is some raffia, just a little bundle, kind of wild, and we can trim it up later, but you could add anything that you could think of to go behind your bow: a bigger piece of ribbon, some kind of accent burlap, or maybe mesh or something like that, whatever your style is. It's really, really simple. And the reason that I said use wired is because I want it to keep its shape with the loop. So you see how I pulled, and this is called fluffing the bow, kind of pulling it, apart and making it take shape. Then you can have fun deciding what you want in the center of your bow as an embellishment. I love buttons and use them very often for the center of my bow, so that's what I'm going to hot glue there. And I chose a darker brown button to kind of help coordinate and tie into the art on the bag. And then I'm going to pull out another optional embellishment using the Timber Brown Stays On ink. I'm not sure that I said that earlier. That's the same ink I put around the edges of the bag. And a Santa Claus is Coming to Town stamp out of a little set that I have. And it's going to look so cute, stamped right here in the right bottom corner. This would be a great place for you to personalize this bag and make it your own too. And here's a little tip about tissue paper. Even though there's not an actual gift in this bag just yet, my go-to tissue paper technique is to crisscross 2 pieces of tissue paper, kind of twist them in the middle, and it creates this nice fluff on top. This bag's going to take 2 of the fluff balls, which makes 4 pieces of paper total, but it looks so much better than putting in those single sheets. A small touch, but it makes the end results look much nicer.
So wasn't that idea so easy? I mean, any printable works really great on gift bags and gift boxes. It's a simple way to customize something And they can even cut this out and frame it. So it's the gift that keeps on giving, like I said. So, and then don't forget, go check the description of this video because there is a download link because this is an 8x10 freebie for you. I printed this one out on cardstock as well and put it in a thrifted frame. So I gave you the idea of the gift packaging, but this printable can be used for all kinds of crafty techniques or simply frame for decor. All right, it's time for our second idea, which is making our snowman on a box. Let's do it.
I can't wait for you to see how idea number 2 turns out a book page snowman on a gift box. I'm using a book from the Dollar Tree. Let me go ahead and just make that announcement. That's important. It's the only book I can bring myself to actually craft with. I do not craft or rip apart pages in like vintage books or anything. This would be completely your personal preference on what materials you want to use. But the main part of the tutorial for this size gift box, which is an 8 by 11 inch gift box, I'm going to have 3 kind of hand cut circles. I'm not using any type of templates. I think the handmade kind of look gives it a little bit of character. So at the bottom, you'll have approximately a 4.5 inch wide piece. And in the middle, it'll be approximately 3.5 inches wide. How squatty you make it is really up to you and how you want your snowman to be shaped. And then for the head, I did more of a perfect circle as best I could. And it ended up being about 3 inches wide. So now that I have the body of my snowman cut out, I'm also going to go ahead and make a little hat. This is a corrugated cardboard cardstock piece that I get from the scrapbooking aisle at Hobby Lobby, but you can use cardboard for this. It makes great embellishments. So I cut out a couple little rectangles. One is 3 by 2.5 inches, and then the brim of the hat is 4 by 3/4 of an inch. So that should give you somewhere to start. But of course, depending on how big you make your snowman and everything, this could vary. I just recommend trying to guesstimate, cut it out, and then trim it up if it needs to be a little bit smaller. And once these pieces of the hat are all cut out, and I know the sizes work, and it looks like a little snowman hat, I'm going to attach the 2 pieces with some hot glue and then add a little bit of the distressing ink around the edges. It's the same distressing ink that I used, the Timber Brown by Stays On. You could also, it's optional, you know, paint your hat black. I just decided to kind of go with more of a neutral look overall for this presentation, but create it however you like. I think the book pages would look really pretty antiqued. I think they would look really pretty watercolored. There's a lot you could do here. If you have some creative suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comments. Okay, now I'm using glue sticks to attach the pieces of the snowman body. And then we'll use hot glue for the hat because it's just a little bit thicker. And let me tell you, you're going to watch me add multiple embellishments after this. But know at any point during the steps, it looks really cute. Like right now, if I received this gift box, this is adorable. But I'm going to add some embellishments just for fun so you know that all the different options and that it can inspire you. So I went and got this green ticking fabric out of my scrap basket, and I'm going to do like this little scarf around the neck. So I just glued one solid piece, and then I'm going to add some fringe at the bottom of this other piece. And I ended up using a 10-inch piece for the scarf, the longer piece is. Then I'm just going to knot it. I'm just going to tie it so that the knot's in the middle. And that's going to give the illusion that the scarf is tied around the snowman's neck. Okay, so let's glue that in place. And to keep that fabric going the direction and how I want it to lay on the gift box, I'm going to kind of set it in place with a little bit of hot glue as well. Okay, next step is to pull out a few more buttons. Gotta love buttons. And again, before I even added the buttons, how cute was it? You could stop there. But I hot glued those buttons in place, then a little piece of greenery for the hat. It is looking so cute. And then I just cut out this little cozy season tag from a little printable bundle that I have inside my printable library and my creative nest. If you want to know more about those, I'm going to put some information in the description too. So I got that glued in place. It says cozy season. And now I'm just going to use a pencil to kind of sketch out the face before I fully commit. And I'm just going to use some markers to kind of color in this face. And yes, in case you're thinking, is she going to add arms? Yes, I'm going to add arms. I'm just using some flare markers, some flare pens. They are felt tipped pens. So I just colored in the scraps to make the nose from the corrugated cardboard and then layered over some distressing ink to kind of mute the orange a little bit. And then I'm going to draw in the arms. So easy. And I use the brown color to trace right back over my pencil lines. I feel like when you put a face and arms on a snowman, he needs a name. If you have any cute name ideas, let me know.
Isn't he a cutie? I really enjoyed creating this one, and there are so many different things you can do to make it your own. You could paint the hat any color, you could watercolor the book pages, you could personalize the tag with a recipient's name. The possibilities are endless. I'd love to know what you would do with it if this was a gift you opened and you wanted to save the front, because it'd be really hard to throw it away, right? Okay, well, let's move on to our final idea where I'm going to show you a quick would be personalization idea.
Okay, this final idea is so quick and easy. Personalize a little gift box with wood beads. I decided to use my daughter Lainey as an example for this one. So I have the letters pulled out to spell her name. I got this package of wood beads at Hobby Lobby. The first step is to make sure whatever twine or string you're using will fit around the gift box just like I showed you. Then pull it back off and string your beads on. It is seriously that easy. If you get stuck with whatever twine you're using, you can use a little piece of tape on the end to kind of make it like the end of a shoestring, and it should go through there a lot easier. So I'm going to get all of the letters to her name put on here, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to wrap it. Okay, now that her name is completely wrapped on the string, we're going to make sure it's in the center, so you have the same amount of string on both sides of her name so that you can wrap it and it's even. I'm going to slip one of those pieces, the ends underneath, and then tie a little bow at the top. And this gives you a place to add extra embellishments, which we are going to do. So once that's tied, I took a little scrap from my snowman box and I just tied it right in the center. I'm going to layer that right on top of the little shoestring bow. So you got some red and green happening. Another cute button, of course. And I've successfully used a button on every idea I've shown you today. I told you I like buttons. All right, lastly, a couple little sprigs of that same greenery from the snowman. And wouldn't you be so proud to give this gift? And then what about receiving it? How would you repurpose these beads?
I told you it was so easy. This one was the quickest one yet, and my daughter happened to see me filming and taking pictures for this, and she said, "Is there a gift in there?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, can there be? So please put that under the tree with something in it." So I'm definitely going to have this one under my Christmas tree. And I wanted to tell you, if you didn't want to personalize it with a name and it was for you didn't maybe know who, maybe a gift exchange or something like that, you could consider putting words like hope, joy, peace, things like that. And with this final idea, that's a wrap. Pun intended.
Now, don't forget, you've got 9 other videos to go watch from my friends. They're waiting for you to visit their channel too. It's a creative little Christmas. Be sure to leave that NEST emoji in the comments to let them know I sent you. Thanks for tuning in. Come back soon. Bye-bye.